Good morning, my name is Rashawn, and today I'll be explaining and debugging a program that basically prints out the calendar days of a given month and year. So now, the first thing this program does, it imports the scanner from the java.util, creates a class called j106_5, and creates the main method. Inside the main method body, we have a scanner object called input. Then the program prompt uses to enter a year and a month. Then it invokes the print function. We're gonna move to the print function, and it takes two parameters, yy and which stands for the year and the month. Then it invokes two functions, print title and print body. Let's go to the first one, which will be invoked first. And see, inside this function, it takes two parameters of the year and the month also. In the first line, it's calling the get month name, passing the month as an argument, and it's printing the year at the end. So let's go to this function, and what this function basically does, it takes the month as an argument, and based on the number of the month, it'll print the name of the month, and then it'll return it. So if the number entered was 5, then it'll assign May to it will return May as the name, as the month name. Then go back to this. After that, it will add a space. Then it will print the year, which will be taken from this parameter, this argument, whatever the user inputted right here. Then we can move now to the dashes. It will just print a line of dashes, I guess, for readability. Then it'll print the days of the week, because remember, this is a calendar, so these will be at the top. They will be stationary, and then the numbers will be underneath, but we haven't gotten to that yet. So let's move to the print month body, which is where all of that will be executed, and this is also taking arguments of year and month. So inside the print function, we have to get the starting day of the given month and year. So it takes the argument, it takes the year and the month as arguments, and then we're assigning 3 as a constant, because the third day, the first day of January was the third day of the week, so Wednesday. So we have to use that to calculate the starting day of the current, of whatever the user entered, not the current, but of the starting day of the whatever the user entered. So now we have to get the total number of days from 1800 to the year that the user entered. So if it's 2025, it'll be a lot. So we'll go to that function to calculate that, and we're using a running total, which is equal to 0, and we're assigning I as 1800, because that was the starting year. And then based on if that year was a leap year or not, we're gonna assign, if it was a leap year, we're gonna add 366 to the total. If not, it will be 365. Then we're adding the number of days in the month, and in this function, what this function does is basically based on the month. Every month, not every month, but there's different number of days in each month. So in January we have 31 days, so it will return January. In May, that month only have 30 days, so this function will return 30. And if the year was a leap year, in February, 29 will be assigned or returned, but if not, 28 will be returned. And that's why in a leap year we have 36 days, because February will be 29, and in a regular year it will be 365, because 28 is in February. Okay, Then the leap year function right here just calculates if the year is a leap year by dividing the year by 400, and if the year is divisible by 400, then that is a leap year. If not, if the year is divisible by 4 and is not divisible by 100, then it's not a leap year. And that's how we return a boolean with this statement right here. Then now we can go all the way back up to get sday function, and we can move to this right here, and this returns the starting day. It adds 3 to the total number of days, which we already went through right here. We went through the loops and did, and then divides it by 7 to get the starting day, and then that will be returned to sday in the print function. Then now we want to get the days, the number of days in this month, in the month that the user entered, by assigning the function to get number of days in month, and passing arguments of the year and month. Then have another running total, which is I. And then if I is less than the starting day, because remember we're using a calendar, then we'll just print a blank line, because no number that is not the starting day, so no number should be there. I should not be there. Now after that is done, then we'll move to the next loop, which says the number of days in a month, and this just formats the weeks, basically. Well, not the weeks, but it formats the calculator using this format right here. And what this basically does, if I is less than 4, then spaces will be added in front of it. But if I is more than 4 or is 4, then this will be okay. Then what this does now is just adds the starting date to I, and if that is divided by 7, if that is divisible by 7, then a new line will be created. So this is what calculates the weeks. So if so we all know the sday, the starting day plus I, whenever that is equal to 7, then we want to print a new line, and that will help format the calendar. Then now that's where the function will be ended. Now we're gonna go through it and debug it. So the first thing the program will do, well, I already tested it, but the first thing the program will do is prompt me to enter a year, then a month, and then it will go on to find the name of the month I entered. Let's go ahead and debug it. So there's prompting me to enter a year. I'm gonna say 2025. Then it's prompting me to enter a month. I'm gonna say 10. Now, since I entered 10 as the month, I should get, based on the get month name function, I should get October as the name of my month. So let's press enter and see what the threads and variables has to say. And there you have it. We have the month as 10 and the name as October, so we know this function is working well. Now the next thing we're going to do, we're going to see in the threads and variables, we're going to see the month and the year assigned as 2025. And our console is printing nothing. We're going to see the name of the month and the year, and then we're going to see these dashes. Then the program is going to stop right here where we have that line. There you have it. We have October 2025, and we have the dashes. And in our threads and variables, as I said, we're going to have year 2025, and the month will be 10. There you go. Then now we're going to move on to the print body function, and it's going to do all of these functions right here. And in the threads and variables, we'll have the year as 2025, the month as 10, and it'll calculate the total. That's 82,453, and that is days. And then the console is gonna it's just gonna print the days of the week, because we're creating like a calendar, or a calendar for the month October 2025. So let's continue. So it prints the days of the week, and then in the threads we have the year 25, the month 10, and the total number of days from 1800 to October 2025. So where are we? We're in the get total number of days function. We're gonna move back to the print body function. I'm sorry. Now we're gonna move back. Now we're gonna calculate. It just calculated the starting date. So it initialized the constant with 3, and it's going to return the starting date and go back here now. And we're going to go to these loops right here. Okay, great. So now we're here. And then the console is staying the same. And I think this should be the last after this, after we resume the program, it should be finished. So we're going to talk about what the rest of the print body function does. But we're going to go back over it. We already talked about it. So if I is less than S day, the starting day, we're just gonna print a blank space until we reach the S day. And then we're gonna format it, and then we're gonna print a new line if 7 days are in a week, basically. And there you have it.